Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. We'd like to take this opportunity to ask if you would please find your seats and silence your cell phones. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Commanding Officer, Officer Training Command Newport, welcome to the graduation ceremony of Officer Candidate School Class 1419, consisting of 92 candidates. Guests are encouraged to take photographs from the viewing area at any time during the ceremony, with the exception of the playing of the national anthem. The order of events for today's ceremony is as follows. At 10:30, Captain Nicholson, United States Navy, Commanding Officer of Officer Training Command Newport, and Captain Peter Mance, Commanding Officer of Naval Leadership and Ethics Center, the guest of honor for today's ceremony, will arrive. Guests will be asked to rise for the arrival of that official party and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem and invocation. The Commanding Officer and the guest of honor will address the graduating class, and the class will receive the oath of office from the guest of honor. The graduates will then be recognized through the presentation of commission by the Commanding Officer and the guest of honor. Guests will be asked to rise for the playing of service songs and for final dismissal. Again, allow me to emphasize that you are encouraged to take photographs at any time during the ceremony, with the exception of the playing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the national anthem and invocation. Ladies and gentlemen, Chaplain Sutphin will now offer the invocation.
Let us pray. Eternal Father, we come to you in prayer as our first and highest duty, offering our grateful praise for your abundant goodness. Make us aware of your presence and be known among us as the author of strength, mercy, and joy. The character of Class 1419 has been established through suffering and toil. They have been tested and found worthy. May this be for them no transitory state. May they be known while they serve throughout their lives and long after for their consummate integrity. What they have gained in knowledge and physical strength, match for them now in spiritual will to accomplish far greater things in service to the fleet, the nation, and the world. And may they always recall fondly their formative moments on these grounds. Bless each member of this class team by the measure of what they have generously given. Let them be encouraged by the continued success of these new ensigns. Guide us to honor those united in applause today and the many more they represent who were active in the course of events that lead to this celebration. Faithfully we offer these prayers to you, O God, our refuge and shield. Bless those who go forth now to stand the watch. May all here gathered find ourselves daily restored, confirmed, strengthened, and established by your mighty hand. In your holy name, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Mark Nicholson, Commanding Officer, Officer Training Command, Newport.
Captain Mance, distinguished guests, family members, friends, and most importantly, soon-to-be commissioned ensigns of Class 1419, good morning. Good morning, sir! That'll wake you up if you haven't already been charged awake there by today's humidity and stuff. It's my sincere honor and privilege to be with all of you this morning to recognize and celebrate the achievement of these 92 young men and women sitting in front of me. America's very best and brightest, as they are commissioned as the newest ensigns in the United States Navy. For the families, I want to thank you not only for making the long trip to be here this morning, but for the performance of your sons and daughters, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters. Your love and support have helped produce the quality individuals seated here, and enabled our outstanding team of recruit division commanders, drill instructors, and class officers to further develop them mentally, morally, and physically into future leaders of character and competence. On behalf of the Navy and on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you for your efforts. For Class 1419, the profession of naval officers, much like the medical and law professions, requires its members to take an oath. Just a few minutes, your parents, spouses, and loved ones, along with the OTC staff and myself, will bear witness as you raise your right hand and swear a sacred oath to support and defend the Constitution. This oath carries far more obligations than privileges. It carries the obligation to serve in the most trusted institution in America. According to Gallup polls that stretch back for more than a decade, the American people trust the military more than any other institution. A list that includes the Supreme Court, Congress, organized religion, police, public schools, our medical system, and our criminal justice system. It is up to you to maintain this trust. As an officer, you will lead and mentor what is truly one of our most valuable national assets, the enlisted men and women of our Navy. The American people are trusting you to care for and lead them in defending our Constitution. I challenge you to maintain and build upon the American people's trust through your actions as a naval officer. I'm extremely proud of the effort you've expended over the last couple of months. It's my pleasure and honor to welcome you all as naval officers into the wardroom of the world's greatest Navy. I have another honor and privilege this morning, that of introducing our guest speaker, Captain Peter Mance. A graduate of Virginia Military Institute's Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, Captain Mance is a designated naval aviator and holds a certificate from the Woodrow Wilson School of Government and Foreign Affairs at the University of Virginia. Operationally, he has served with the Helicopter Support Squadron 6 aboard the USS Constitution and USS Constellation and USS George Washington, and has commanded Helicopter Sea Combat Squadron 28 and the WASP-class amphibious assault ship USS Essex. Ashore, he has served as a senior naval instructor at VMI's Naval ROTC unit, as the executive officer at Fleet Replacement Squadron, Helicopter Sea Combat Squadron 3, and on the staffs of U.S. Central Command and U.S. Joint Forces Command. Currently, he serves as the commanding officer of the Naval Leadership and Ethics Center, where he prepares prospective commanding officers at all levels and their support teams for leadership success through an educational curriculum that emphasizes ethical decision-making. Please join me in welcoming this morning's guest speaker, Captain Peter Mance.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. I just put a bunch of static in here. Sorry about that. Good morning, and I know it's plenty warm in here, so I'll try to be as quick as possible and keep to the script here, so to speak. But welcome to everybody. Captain Nichols, thanks for having me come this morning. It's a great honor and privilege to be here. And also to all the families, those that are sitting out there putting up with the heat right now. So be patient. We'll move quickly here in just a second. You'll get to see what you came for, and that's to see the commissioning of your family, friends, whoever may be here this morning. So I want to say real quickly, thank you. First and foremost, thank you to Captain Nichols and his crew here at OTCN. I don't think they get enough recognition for all the hard work that they put in and day out to assemble what you see in front of you, the finished product. It's no easy task, so how about a round of applause for the staff here for OTCN. Very, very well done. You are carrying our Navy's future right here, our nation's future right here. Also, to all the family that's out there and friends and everybody that traveled from afar and is enduring this heat this morning, thank you, too, for your significant sacrifices over the year to ensure that your loved one's sitting here and is able to go through this process, so to speak. And then finally, I'm looking to the new soon-to-be commissioned officers here in front of us. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for accepting this challenge, for moving forward and saying that you will take the lead in a time where our country and our world is a dangerous place. And you've offered and volunteered yourself that arduous opportunity to go out there and make this country and this world a better place. So thank you for your commitment, your sacrifice. It's not easy, and it will certainly be with its challenges. So thank you for doing that. I sincerely appreciate you and your upcoming service. So this work that you're about to do will be unlike any other. You'll have experience to date, and your responsibility comes with this coveted appointment as an officer in the Navy or military is unsurpassed. You must be keenly aware that the leadership you have been able to display to this point will not be the same requirement that will get you to success in the future. As you rise in the ranks and your authority increases, so will your responsibility and your accountability. You'll be short order to find yourself in charge of some of the brightest men and women this country has to offer. Our most treasured asset, our asymmetric advantage, it's our people. And it's our people that make our military the finest fighting force in the world and has ever known. We recognize the caliber of those that you will lead as a brand new officer and respect the quality and experience of the NCOs under your charge. Remember their families and their sacrifices that they make. And don't ever forget that those that you lead count on you to do your very utmost. In fact, some of you will realize that in the coming weeks, if not days, as you head off to your newest assignments, you must be mentally, physically, and spiritually prepared. You have a good start after the last few grueling weeks of performing, but for some, if not most, this will be the biggest challenge you will face. But let me be clear, no one has a cornerstone on leadership. No one in this austere group today, no one in the Navy, no one in this great country. But it's a learned trait, and it's one that must be continually developed because it is also a perishable one and needs constant sharpening, honing, and strengthening. And if done properly, it is truly hard work. But it's work that is amazing and insanely rewarding. The Roman lyricist Horace once quipped, "No one has ever become excellent at any art or profession without having first passed the slow and painful process of study and preparation." To rise to this challenge, you must first and foremost exemplify the highest standards of ethical leadership. You must rapidly transform your leadership style from the skilled, transactional leaders your OTCN and team have keenly shaped you into today into more of a transformational and aspirational leader that the fleet demands of you to be tomorrow. You have been selected and have been demonstrated the ability to take on that challenge, and the rest will be up to you. Your attitude, your commitment alone will make all the difference. And this takes me to my second and final point. It is critical that you fully embrace the idea that you are now part of a profession of arms, a maritime profession. As a member of a profession, you will be a gatekeeper of a body of abstract knowledge, one that requires a career of learning to master, expert knowledge. This profession you now join is enshrined in an ethic, a military ethic, and its values are founded in this ethos that enable our profession to be self-policing and self-regulating, a critical must as we continue to sacredly share that trust of the American people that the captain was just talking about. The trust that we can do our jobs better than anyone, and the trust that we can do it at the highest moral awareness. And it all starts with an oath. The oath you will soon attest to and swear to uphold the ideals of this great nation encompassed in a guiding document we hold dear, the Constitution. Hence, we consider it a warfighting imperative that we not only accept, but that our identity is fully consumed by the notion of a profession, a calling, an understanding, and a self-actualization that we're touching humanity with a purpose far greater than any one of ourselves. It is this ethical clarity that ensues from a calling that enables us to make decisions, correct decisions, decisions based on moral understanding. It will be your discretionary judgment that your sailors, your command, and the American people will rely on most. Have the courage to accept risk and solve those problems, and the wisdom to determine when the risk becomes a gamble. You're responsible for the lives of your people and the accomplishments of your mission. Balancing these two solemn duties is one of the most difficult tasks you'll face, but you've got to succeed. You must be a leader of character. As you accept this commission, I want you to consider the words of George Washington, who told his officers, "Remember that it is the actions and not the commission that make the officer, and that there is more expected from him or her than their title." This quote may have more meaning to you as you progress throughout your career, as character is a lesson that you must constantly learn. You're never done, you're always in a state of becoming. And it's a lesson that you will teach as well throughout your career. So again, congratulations for a job well done. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you out in the fleet.
The graduating class will now receive the oath of office. Would all military personnel in uniform please come to the position of attention? Class 1419, raise your right hand.
Okay, repeat after me. I state your full name.
I,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear
To support and defend.
to support and defend
The Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States
Against all enemies.
against all enemies,
Foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic.
I will bear true faith.
I will bear true faith
And allegiance.
and allegiance
To the Constitution.
to the Constitution
And
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The graduates assembled will now be recognized by the commanding officer and the guest of honor for their achievements while undergoing training here at Officer Training Command Newport. We'll start with Gulf Company. Ensign Acosta Tapia. Ensign Acosta Tapia has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer, Oceanography Officer, and will be assigned to USS Ronald Reagan, CVN 76, in Yokosuka, Japan. Ensign Acosta Tapia is a graduate of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Ensign Archer. Ensign Archer has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Green Bay, LPD 20, in Sasebo, Japan. Ensign Archer is a graduate of University of Arkansas. Ensign Archer is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Barbalescu. Ensign Barbalescu has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS James E. Williams, DDG 95, in Norfolk, Virginia. Ensign Barbalescu is a graduate of the University of California, Davis. Ensign Baybutt. Ensign Baybutt has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Winston Churchill, DDG 81, in Hampton Roads, Virginia. Ensign Baybutt is a graduate of American University. Ensign Bayruti. Ensign Bayruti has been designated a Student Naval Aviator and will be assigned to Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Bayruti is a graduate of Purdue University. Ensign Botheroyd. Ensign Botheroyd has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Gunston Hall, LSD 44, in Little Creek, Virginia. Ensign Botheroyd is a graduate of Valdosta State University. Ensign Buck. Ensign Buck has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Whidbey Island, LSD 41, in Little Creek, Virginia. Ensign Buck is a graduate of St. Norbert College. Ensign Burge. Ensign Burge has been designated a Nuclear Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Mustin, DDG 89, in Yokosuka, Japan. Ensign Burge is a graduate of Boise State University. Ensign Callahan. Ensign Callahan has been designated a Nuclear Submarine Officer and will be assigned to Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Callahan is a graduate of Missouri University of Science and Technology. Ensign Cooper. Ensign Cooper has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Donald Cook, DDG 75, in Rota, Spain. Ensign Cooper is a graduate of Bowie State University. Ensign Crossway. Ensign Crossway has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Monterey, CG-61, in Norfolk, Virginia. Ensign Crossway is a graduate of Texas A&M University. Ensign Dixon. Ensign Dixon has been designated a Cryptologic Warfare Officer and will be assigned to Naval Intelligence Officer Basic Course in Damnick, Virginia. Ensign Dixon is a graduate of North Carolina Central University. Ensign Doughton. Ensign Doughton has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS San Diego, LPD 22, in San Diego, California. Ensign Doughton is a graduate of San Diego State University. Ensign Finn. Ensign Finn has been designated a Student Naval Flight Officer and will be assigned to Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Finn is a graduate of Thomas Edison State University. Ensign Fletcher. Ensign Fletcher has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS R. Lee Burke, DDG 51, in Norfolk, Virginia. Ensign Fletcher is a graduate of the University of North Texas. Ensign Gautreaux. Ensign Gautreaux has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Howard, DDG 83, in San Diego, California. Ensign Gautreaux is a graduate of Columbia College. Ensign Glenrange. Ensign Glenrange has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Portland, LPD 27, in San Diego, California. Ensign Glenrange is a graduate of Southern California Institute of Technology. Ensign Greenan. Ensign Greenan has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS America, LHA 6, in Sasebo, Japan. Ensign Greenan is a graduate of Kennesaw State University. Ensign Greer. Ensign Greer has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Ross, DDG 71, in Rota, Spain. Ensign Greer is a graduate of Excelsior College. Ensign Harvey. Ensign Harvey has been designated a Supply Corps officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Harvey is a graduate of Excelsior College. Ensign Johns. Ensign Johns has been designated a Naval Aerospace Maintenance Duty Officer and will be assigned to Strike Fighter Squadron 2 in Lemoore, California. Ensign Johns is a graduate of Arizona State University. Ensign Johnson M. Ensign Johnson M. has been designated a student naval aviator and will be assigned to Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Johnson M. is a graduate of American Military University. Ensign Jones. Ensign Jones has been designated Nuclear Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Arlington, LPD 24, in Hampton Roads, Virginia. Ensign Jones is a graduate of the University of Idaho. Ensign Joseph. Ensign Joseph has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Germantown, LSD 42, in Sasebo, Japan. Ensign Joseph is a graduate of University of California, Berkeley. Ensign Madrigal. Ensign Madrigal has been designated a student naval aviator and will be assigned to Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Madrigal is a graduate of California State, Long Beach. Ensign Marty Mercado. Ensign Marty Mercado has been designated Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Marty Mercado is a graduate of the University of Puerto Rico, Mayaguez campus. Ensign Miller. Ensign Miller has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the USS Chaffee, DDG 90, in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Ensign Miller is a graduate of Michigan State University. Ensign Moon. Ensign Moon has been designated a Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Moon is a graduate of the University of Miami. Ensign Oleknicki. Ensign Oleknicki has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS New Orleans, LPD 18, in Sasebo, Japan. Ensign Oleknicki is a graduate of the University of Connecticut. Ensign Payne. Ensign Payne has been designated an Engineer Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Sterett, DDG 104, in San Diego, California. Ensign Payne is a graduate of the University of California, San Diego. Ensign Parocco. Ensign Parocco has been designated a Student Naval Aviator and will be assigned to Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Parocco is a graduate of the University of Southern California. Ensign Piantone. Ensign Piantone has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Paul Ignatius, DDG 117, in Mayport, Florida. Ensign Piantone is a graduate of Jacksonville University. Ensign Piantone is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Reynolds. Ensign Reynolds has been designated a Naval Intelligence Officer and will be assigned to Naval Intelligence Officer Basic Course in Damnick, Virginia. Ensign Reynolds is a graduate of the University of Central Arkansas. Ensign Rich. Ensign Rich has been designated a Student Naval Aviator and will be assigned to Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Rich is a graduate of the University of Central Florida. Ensign Riley. Ensign Riley has been designated a Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Riley is a graduate of the University of Texas at El Paso. Ensign Rorabaugh. Ensign Rorabaugh has been designated a Civil Engineer Corps Officer and will be assigned to Civil Engineering Corps Officer School in Port Hueneme, California. Ensign Rorabaugh is a graduate of Drexel University. Ensign Rorabaugh is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Scarborough. Ensign Scarborough has been designated a Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Scarborough is a graduate of Emmanuel College. Ensign Sheldon. Ensign Sheldon has been designated a Naval Special Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the West Coast. Ensign Sheldon is a graduate of the University of Iowa. Ensign Sheldon is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Summershoe. Ensign Summershoe has been designated a Naval Intelligence Officer and will be assigned to Naval Intelligence Officer Basic Course in Damnick, Virginia. Ensign Summershoe is a graduate of Bloomberg University of Pennsylvania. Ensign Thompson. Ensign Thompson has been designated a Nuclear Submarine Officer and will be assigned to Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Thompson is a graduate of Clemson University. Ensign Tran. Ensign Tran has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the USS O'Kane, DDG 77, in San Diego, California. Ensign Tran is a graduate of California State University, Long Beach. Ensign Vic. Ensign Vic has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the USS Ralph Johnson, DDG 114, in Everett, Washington. Ensign Vic is a graduate of the University of Maine at Presque Isle. Ensign Volsky. Ensign Volsky has been designated a Cryptologic Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the Center of Information Warfare Training in Damnick, Virginia. Ensign Volsky is a graduate of the University of Maryland, University College. Ensign Weeks. Ensign Weeks has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Mesa Verde, LPD 19, in Norfolk, Virginia. Ensign Weeks is a graduate of Liberty University. Now Hotel Company. Ensign Aline. Ensign Aline has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Curtis Wilbur, DDG 54, in Yokosuka, Japan. Ensign Aline is a graduate of the University of Florida. Ensign Barentine. Ensign Barentine has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Tortuga, LSD 46, in Little Creek, Virginia. Ensign Barentine is a graduate of California State University, San Marcos. Ensign Bilkonski. Ensign Bilkonski has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the USS Baham Rashard, LHD 6, in San Diego, California. Ensign Bilkonski is a graduate of Arizona State University. Ensign Bass. Ensign Bass has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Mustin, DDG 89, in Yokosuka, Japan. Ensign Bass is a graduate of the University of Tennessee at Martin. Ensign Bukowski. Ensign Bukowski has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Pinckney, DDG 91, in San Diego, California. Ensign Bukowski is a graduate of the University of Minnesota, Duluth. Ensign Bosicott. Ensign Bosicott has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Michener, DDG 57, in Norfolk, Virginia. Ensign Bosicott is a graduate of Florida Atlantic University. Ensign Brownsberger. Ensign Brownsberger has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Shiloh, CG 67, in Yokosuka, Japan. Ensign Brownsberger is a graduate of the University of West Florida. Ensign Johnson T. Ensign Johnson T. has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Port Royal, CG 73, in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Ensign Johnson T. is a graduate of the University of Louisiana. Ensign Seckley. Ensign Seckley has been designated a Naval Information Professional and will be assigned to Information Warfare Training Command in Damnick, Virginia. Ensign Seckley is a graduate of Florida Atlantic University. Ensign Chen. Ensign Chen has been designated a Student Naval Flight Officer and will be assigned to Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Chen is a graduate of the University of Nevada, Reno. Ensign Chalk. Ensign Chalk has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Comstock, LSD 45, in San Diego, California. Ensign Chalk is a graduate of the College of St. Scholastica. Ensign Cleckley. Ensign Cleckley has been designated a Naval Aerospace Maintenance Duty Officer and will be assigned to Electronic Attack Squadron 131 in Whidbey Island, Washington. Ensign Cleckley is a graduate of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Ensign Dunlap. Ensign Dunlap has been designated a Nuclear Submarine Officer and will be assigned to Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Dunlap is a graduate of the University of Miami. Ensign Dwyer. Ensign Dwyer has been designated a Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Dwyer is a graduate of the University of Memphis. Ensign Fager. Ensign Fager has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the USS John S. McCain, DDG 56, in Yokosuka, Japan. Ensign Fager is a graduate of the University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. Ensign Flynn. Ensign Flynn has been designated an Information Professional Officer and will be assigned to Information Warfare Training Command in Damnick, Virginia. Ensign Flynn is a graduate of Eastern Connecticut State University. Ensign Frink. Ensign Frink has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Vela Gulf, CG-72, in Norfolk, Virginia. Ensign Frink is a graduate of University of St. Andrews, Scotland, UK. Ensign Galston. Ensign Galston has been designated a Naval Intelligence Officer and will be assigned to Naval Intelligence Officer Basic Course in Damnick, Virginia. Ensign Galston is a graduate of the College of William and Mary. Ensign Goldberg. Ensign Goldberg has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS O'Kane, DDG-77, in San Diego, California. Ensign Goldberg is a graduate of the University at Albany. Ensign Guzman. Ensign Guzman has been designated a Naval Aerospace Maintenance Duty Officer and will be assigned to Electronic Attack Squadron 139 in Whidbey Island, Washington. Ensign Guzman is a graduate of Excelsior College. Ensign Guzman is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Hickson. Ensign Hickson has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Arlington, LPD-24, in Norfolk, Virginia. Ensign Hickson is a graduate of Excelsior College. Ensign Hickelma. Ensign Hickelma is designated as a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Buckley, DDG-84, in Hampton Roads, Virginia. Ensign Hickelma is a graduate of SUNY Potsdam. Ensign Canna. Ensign Canna has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the USS John Finn, DDG-113, in San Diego, California. Ensign Canna is a graduate of Lewis and Clark State College. Ensign Laura Sella. Ensign Laura Sella has been designated a Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Laura Sella is a graduate of St. Lawrence University. Ensign Laura Sella is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Lee. Ensign Lee has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Carter Hall, LSD-50, in Little Creek, Virginia. Ensign Lee is a graduate of Old Dominion University. Ensign Lift. Ensign Lift has been designated a Nuclear Submarine Officer and will be assigned to Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Lift is a graduate of California Polytech State University, Pomona. Ensign Lounsbury. Ensign Lounsbury has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer, Oceanography Officer, and will be assigned to the USS Baham Rashard, LHD-6, in San Diego, California. Ensign Lounsbury is a graduate of the University of Tennessee. Ensign Luna. Ensign Luna has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Princeton, CG-59, in San Diego, California. Ensign Luna is a graduate of Arkansas State University. Ensign Martin. Ensign Martin has been designated a Naval Aerospace Maintenance Duty Officer and will be assigned to Strike Fighter Squadron 113 in Lemoore, California. Ensign Martin is a graduate of Nyack College. Ensign Martin is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Matthews. Ensign Matthews has been designated a Navy Special Warfare Officer and will be assigned to the East Coast. Ensign Matthews is a graduate of the University of Charleston. Ensign Matthews is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Mateel. Ensign Mateel has been designated a Student Naval Aviator and will be assigned to Aviation Pre-Flight Indoctrination in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Mateel is a graduate of the University of North Dakota. Ensign McClatt. Ensign McClatt has been designated a Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign McClatt is a graduate of California Polytech University, San Luis Obispo. Ensign Monicelli. Ensign Monicelli has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS John Paul Jones, DDG-53, in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Ensign Monicelli is a graduate of Kennesaw State University. Ensign Petty. Ensign Petty has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Halsey, DDG-97, in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Ensign Petty is a graduate of Carthage College. Ensign Platt. Ensign Platt has been designated a Nuclear Submarine Officer and will be assigned to Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Platt is a graduate of the University of California, Irvine. Ensign Rich. Ensign Rich has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Michael Monsoor, DDG-1001, in San Diego, California. Ensign Rich is a graduate of Florida International University. Ensign Roberts. Ensign Roberts has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Gunston Hall, LSD 44, in Little Creek, Virginia. Ensign Roberts is a graduate of Florida State University. Ensign San Garima. Ensign San Garima has been designated a Naval Aerospace Maintenance Duty Officer and will be assigned to Carrier Airborne Early Warning Squadron 115 in Point Mugu, California. Ensign San Garima is a graduate of American Military University. Ensign San Garima is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Sharma. Ensign Sharma has been designated as a Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Sharma is a graduate of John Jay College. Ensign Smith. Ensign Smith has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Stout, DDG 55, in Hampton Roads, Virginia. Ensign Smith is a graduate of the University of Maryland College Park. Ensign Stanley. Ensign Stanley has been designated a Naval Intelligence Officer and will be assigned to Naval Intelligence Officer Basic Course in Damnick, Virginia. Ensign Stanley is a graduate of the University of Tartu, Estonia. Ensign Strader. Ensign Strader has been designated as Nuclear Submarine Officer and will be assigned to Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Strader is a graduate of Oregon State University. Ensign Thrasher. Ensign Thrasher has been designated a Naval Aerospace Maintenance Duty Officer and will be assigned to Strike Fighter Squadron 94 in Lemoore, California. Ensign Thrasher is a graduate of Union College. Ensign Ward. Ensign Ward has been designated a Nuclear Submarine Officer and will be assigned to Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Ward is a graduate of The Ohio State University. Ensign Wells. Ensign Wells has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Mahan, DDG 72, in Norfolk, Virginia. Ensign Wells is a graduate of California State University, San Bernardino. Ensign Williams. Ensign Williams has been designated a Nuclear Submarine Officer and will be assigned to Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Williams is a graduate of the University of California, Davis. Ensign Williams is a distinguished naval graduate. Ensign Yang. Ensign Yang has been designated a Surface Warfare Officer and will be assigned to USS Somerset, LPD 25, in San Diego, California. Ensign Yang is a graduate of California Maritime Academy. Ensign Yoon. Ensign Yoon has been designated a Supply Corps Officer and will be assigned to Naval Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. Ensign Yoon is a graduate of SUNY Maritime College. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me recognize the United States Navy's newest ensigns. Once again, round of applause, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of service songs and final dismissal. Please remain in places until after the graduating class has taken their class photo. On behalf of the commanding officer, Officer Training Command, thank you for your attendance today. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation ceremony.
We gotta keep going. Do what? Oh, is that what happened?
One copy. The Mayu West. Puerto Rico. Trying to not sound too
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Hey, if you need anything, hit us up. You got the numbers and Facebooks and. Ladies and gentlemen, just for your information, I need all candidates, as you are taking pictures, to eventually head to the blue table in the back left of the hall here. That is our mobile checkout center. They do have the one important thing of paperwork. The lovely lady waving her hands in the back, Miss Kelsey, will be standing by. So once your candidates are ready to leave, please stop by the blue table in the back to get your ticket to freedom. Thank you.
Who is this? Come up here. Thank you, sir.
Ensign Bilikonsky, Ensign Botheroyd, Ensign Cleckley, Ensign Dunlap, Ensign Miller, Ensign Riley. Need to collect your service record.